Welcome back to Transport Fever on the World Cities 2 map. We are in Vegas looking at, I would call this the main bus hub in Vegas. Just people going in all different directions. Well, I say all different directions. They're either going to Helsinki or they're going to Seattle and then Singapore. But we got buses coming in. And of course you can see they're making us money. Things are going good here in Vegas. So at the end of last episode, I had a $90 million loan, and, well, I was going to the cash, and I've let some time run, and first off, I was just trying to see if I was making any money per year, and you can see I made $11 million in 1957, and currently we're almost at $9.5 million in 1958. I have added some more sections where they're getting food, but today's focus is goodies. We're going to be making some goods for the town. I say town, many towns here. So I spent about 20 or 30 minutes trying to figure out everything we need for goods. Do I have actually a goods place around here? We do. So a goods place requires planks, plastic, steel beams, and that gives you goods, which all cities in Transport Fever require goods for shopping facilities. And I think I got it all figured out. So yeah, we're not too far from Vegas, right over here, and there's Seattle, Singapore. So what we got here is we do actually have a production building here that makes steel beams and slag. Don't worry, I'll show you where all this is going here in just a moment. So we do have we got ourselves a mine. Where is it? We got ourselves a mine right here, an iron mine. So we're going to transport iron up to here, and we need coal. And really, on this map here, all the coal is kind of like on the other side of the mountain range, where I'm not really even touching, really. So the nearest coal is over here by Dallas. So we're going to probably get ourselves a train, just train in coal, bring up iron ore, and there we go. We got our steel beams, and we got slag. As you see, we need steel beams. So that's one of the three. We're then going to get ourselves a cargo ship to go from here. And if you remember, I do have a passenger cargo up here, a passenger ship, I should say, that's not doing anything. I'll touch that in a second. But we're going to bring the cargo up to, I could go either way, honestly. I'm probably going to put it like right here for the cargo ship. So the cargo ship is going to, bring the steel up here. And also we have slag. The slag is going over here somewhere. I got a couple places that can take slag. But I'll get that in just a moment. As for the wood, well, the wood is rather simple. We got wood here, be brought down here, make planks, I should say, and the planks will be coming over here. So voila, we'll have ourselves the planks and the steel beams. We just need plastic now, and I've kind of got that route all set up. So over here, I did fiddle with some train tracks, and it looks kind of interesting. Over here, we got crude oil, and the train's going to bring the crude oil up to here. Crude oil then makes oil and fuel. We'll get rid of the fuel by bringing it down to Paris, because every city does require fuel or need fuel for jobs. So we'll bring some fuel down here. The good thing about that is I got trucks coming up here now delivering food. They can then take fuel out of here and deliver it down to Chicago. That's right. That's where the food's coming from. We got a food hub right here. That's where they're getting their food for the Paris. So they're bringing fuel down to here. And, of course, we got trucks transporting bread already to Chicago. They can then take the fuel. So that frees up that production. They'll keep it going. And, of course, then the oil's going to come down here. And that's half of the production for plastic. We just need grain. Well, we're taking some food now from the farm over here in Chicago. You can see I'm taking, actually, beef cattle. I got the train that's delivering the food to Chicago and Hong Kong. Now coming over here and grabbing cattle. And you can see we got 132 cattle sitting out here. So then, of course, the plastic will then be trucked. Or actually, you know what? No, the plastic is going to be brought in by train. And then that's going to bring it all the way down here to make the goodies. So that covers up the planks, the plastic, and the steel beams and goodies. Then, of course, the goodies can either go on a train back to Hong Kong. They can go back on the cargo ship, back down to Seattle, and supply all that. As for the slag, I got to remember where the slag is going. There's a quarry around here somewhere. And I had it all set up in my head, and then I knew it a little while ago. I thought I knew everything I was going over. Yeah, the slag may actually go up to here. Because we got ourselves ore right here. So we just need ore, or stone quarry, sorry, and slag to make ourselves some construction material. In every town, for construction material, that helps on jobs. So that's going to cover quite a bit. I'm going to need a whole lot of money for this endeavor, but we're actually going to start down in the Singapore area. I don't know if that's tied to Singapore. What is that tied to? That says Seattle. All right. So Seattle, yes. So I think I'm going to focus on the train first because the cars, we can make that work either way. Boy, so where do I run the train tracks? That's the question, right? Because it is rather hilly over here. I may just, hopefully we can do a tunnel through this mountain. The tricky part is maybe running it down and go underneath that trestle for that train. That's the cargo and passenger train. Actually, probably not passenger. That's only cargo going that far. Yes, cargo, which I got 2 trains now bringing food over to Singapore, Munich, and Shanghai. So, yes, coal. Well, maybe we'll just start by putting down a train track here. I think we'll put down a 240. Do I really want it? Do I want to go 3? That might be a little bit too much, but if I can put it down, we'll put it down. Let me zoom out kind of like this so I can kind of see where I want to be going. I think we're going to angle it that way a bit. Oh, just put it down. All right. So we got... Oh, I put a passenger. That's not what we want. That's not off to a good start. Yes, cargo. Freight station. Am I still on a 320? Yeah, so we can probably pop that in right the same spot. There, all right. So no harm, no foul. We're good. Let me go ahead and start putting in the train tracks. And yeah, I don't need to be putting in high speed, but I can't help myself. So we're going to throw in some high speed tracks here. Apparently we're going with a tunnel through there. Well, that's fine here. All right, so maybe, just maybe, no, let's not go with that. Maybe we'll, maybe I should just stick up on this. All right, let's, all right, you saw nothing. Let's try this again here. Let me actually try to stay up on this. As the crow flies, how is that going to do me? 605,000 only go that far? Well, we can do that. Only 79,000 to go for that? $330K for that? All right, so this is where the tricky part is going to come in, right? All right, so I need to go up here. Oh, I wanted to go down through here. I was aiming for that one. Oh. Yeah, you forgot which one you were going under, weren't you? All right, let's we'll back it up a bit. No problem. No problem. I'm made of money. Kind of. Before I put that in, let's actually get this in here. There we go. We'll just get the trestle underneath part put in. All right, and then as the crow flies, how's this going to look? I mean, not the greatest. They slow down to 131, but I really don't have any trains going at that speed currently. And at some point, once I get this up and running, we can always come back later on and make this look nice and pretty. All right, so that's that's almost 2 million for running a tunnel, but that's what you got to do sometimes. Let's go like right there. And now, of course, make sure I'm on cargo. And we'll snap this one. And hopefully, if I snap it in here, we are... Ooh, the train is not happy. Well... Alright, how about... let's delete the road that's going in here. And see where we can make it happy. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There it's happy. Now the question is, yeah, are the tracks gonna work? Not the best, but not the worst either. All right, we'll slap that in. All right, so now I got to put my road back in here. Yep, hitch up to that. And then actually I want the road, since I've already deleted it now, let's bring the road shorter. Like that. Because, yeah, we got to bring stuff up from the mine on up to here. I am going to need myself a train depot. And I don't know if I'm going to build anything more on these tracks in the future, but these depots are rather cheap, so we can really just place it any old where, as far as I'm concerned. So we'll just snap it in. Like so. And then regular old tracks coming out of the depot, right? We don't need nothing fancy. There we go. All right, so that's how our coal's going to get over to here. Now, what I do need over here, if we go to here, cargo. I mean, always slap down the big one. And I always try to go further away from the port as I can, from the direction where the trucks are coming from, so the trucks don't have to go as far. But I think from what someone said, you actually get paid more for the distance you're bringing stuff in. But I'm kind of more in the fact of get the material there as soon as possible. All right, now this needs to go in here. Ooh, that connects way the heck out here? Can I... This is not going to connect out here. No way. Oh, it is. All right, so right there it goes. Lovely. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of routes put in. This is going to be called Seattle Mill Ore or something like that. I have no idea. Let's see. Let's just go plop and plop. Seattle Steel, I think I'll just call it. No, I shouldn't call it Seattle Steel. Seattle Ore. That's what I'm going to call it. Hopefully, I'll remember that. Seattle Ore. Where is my nearest truck stop? I think we got them down here. Not much has been invented as for trucks and such. So I am just going to go ahead and get myself 5 of them. Is 5 too many? All right, Seattle or Seattle or. All right, they are off. And of course, now I'm going to need myself a train. How much money do I got? Not enough to get myself a train. So let's go ahead and borrow some money again. Let me go. You know what? Let me just go ahead and borrow 20 million so we have 20 million in the bank account. Whatever that gets us up to. Yes. Buy trains. So locomotives. I think another locomotive was invented recently. And top speed is 120 kilometers an hour. And what is the power? 1450. I think I still like the Class A4. I can't help myself, but I'm going to go ahead and get it. Wait, did I not click on it? Probably not, because you got to hit buy over here. That's always good. And then wagons. Well, I'm just doing coal. Let's see here. That does not do coal. That does coal. So we will buy. Game save. Ooh, I kind of forgot how big the. Is it 360? $320. $320. This one here, yes, 320. Just seeing what else they can carry. Yeah, so it's going to be this one. All right, yeah, 320. That might be a little bit too much, but you know what? As someone once told me, go big or go home. We'll delete that. And I have not set the line yet. That would be good. Well, I got you going to the ore place first, but that's the way it is. So for now, you go from Dallas up to there. And this is going to be called Seattle Coal Train. All right. And then see all lines, Seattle Coal Train. All right. Looks like our trucks are just barely getting down here to grab the iron ore. So eventually iron ore will start showing up here. And of course, eventually we'll start getting coal here. But yeah, let's go look at this magnificent train coming on out. There's a way to change the color of the train here. I kind of forgot how to do that. Details, color. I mean, we're doing coal. Do I want to go gray? All gray. Why not? Well, of course, now we got to let that run for a while for everything to start working. Does this even know? That says no, it's not on the line. So that'll take a little while to get going. But we should be getting some steel being made up here. Now, the question is... Oh, no, that's right. I'm putting the port right down here. That's right. What am I thinking? I think eventually, can these trucks haul both steel and slag? Steel and slag. They can both do steel and slag, this truck. So, eventually, I will bring down... Ooh. I probably should have moved this over here, and I bet you that would have been close enough to the port. Let's see, we need cargo. Put that there. And yeah, that's not even really close to getting up to the road. Is that in line with that? Let's see what happens by putting in one here. Let's see, there's no road attaching to that. Let's disconnect that. If I go to... All right, so I'd have to put it like that close. I wonder... wonder. All right, let me pause the game for a moment. And I think... Let me delete all that stuff. And just want to connect that up to that. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Now if I grab this... Ooh, but now it's not... Ooh, I think if I put that one there... Yes, that is in capturing both the iron ore facility along with the harbor. All right, let's get the Seattle line. That's going to be for trucking. No, that's train. Seattle ore. Let's get that one back up. Singapore East. Let's eliminate Singapore East. And we will add in this one right here. And we're going to go ahead and delete that one altogether. There, so that way the trucks only have to make 2 stops. They can get, the ore should show up here, and then they should pick up this cargo eventually and bring steel and slag down to here where our cargo ship will, of course, go up way up north. All right, so let's go ahead and turn that back on. There, and hopefully this will get squared away. All right, so we'll let that run. So now let's come over to here because we got ourselves our harbor for the cargo. Now it's a matter of... yeah, I think I'm going to bring the cargo to here. And then the steel and slag will come up to here. And then the slag will be carried by the train, I hope. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves another cargo. I guess further out the water, the better. Not too sure I like the 4-way intersection there. That may slow down some traffic. I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah. So getting back to my passenger route, someone did mention about you got to have a bus stop going down to the docks. And, yeah, I got a bus stop here at this one. And if I click on that, you can see, kind of see. But I did highlight this walking area for here. Same thing for down in Vegas. I got a bus stop right down at the harbor. I just can't get no people to go on the passenger ship at all. So let me go ahead and we're just going to buy a ship to get the route going. Let's do some freight. And ooh, I do got some options here. 1900 to 1960. Well, 1960 is just around the corner, so that's kind of stupid to get that one. We do have from 1950 on. That carries 252, but that's for crude oil and fuel. 1960, I'm guessing it's going to be this one. And this one ship will do steel and slag. So, yeah, we're actually going to buy that one there. And before I can send it out anywhere, I need to create another route. They don't call this transport fever for nothing. All right, and then come on down here. Click on that one there. And that is going to be called Steel. I think Seattle Steel Slag Ship. I was going to say cargo, but, you know, they all begin with S, was Seattle Steel Slag Ship. So I figured to keep it that way. Yeah, so that route should be good. And like I said, in the future, once we do start actually producing goods, that ship should also be able to take goods on down to there, and we can start distributing to those cities down yonder. Yes, let's come over to here. All right, that ship is in here. Wait, I did not... Wait, oh, did I not save it? Oh. Thought I did. Apparently I did not. Be nice if I was on the cargo. And nope, I did not name it. All right, helps if you hit enter after typing it in. So Seattle Steel Slag Ship. How about you actually type it in this time? There you go. And there we go. So that ship is off on that line. And the good thing is it didn't say... It didn't say that it's unable to get in there. So that's a good thing. Alright, so that is fired up and ready to go. Any chance that we are hooked up yet? Line usage, yes. Alright, so ore should be coming into here. Yep, that's got 2 ore. That's good. And let's see, over to here. If I click on the coal, line usage, yes. We should be making steel and slag. Now it's just a matter of line usage. It says no. In due time, it's going to take a while for the cargo ship to get down here. I think eventually I'll probably want a couple of those cargo ships going. So that is the steel. Let's start working on... let's do the wood because that's going to be rather simple, right? Should that all be done just by truck? And do I want like trucks to go here, here, then here? Or do I want a route to go from here to here and a different truck going from here to here? I think I just have the same trucks go from here to here. Where is my nearest truck stop? So I can see, just to see to make sure. Let's see, they do logs and they do planks. I mean, it makes sense that they would, but it's always good to check. Yes, so we're going to need... And cargo. All right, that's close enough. We'll pop that one in there. And maybe I should make the cars not even go out to the main road. That way they don't have to be... I mean, there's not much traffic going around, but maybe another road later on. Or... Yeah, so let's go ahead and we're going to delete that road completely. And you just go into there like that. And then, of course, we can put our capture point. Ooh. Well, we can always put it on this side of the road. All right, that'll do. And yes, we got ourselves the cargo train tracks going through here. So now we just need a capture point for here. All right. So, yeah, where's... yes. All right. So this... let's do that. Create a line. And yes, you want to go from here to here, up to here. And what town, what city is this actually in? That's in Hong Kong. But I think, yeah, let's call it Hong Kong Wood. And actually, I should have a truck depot over here. Well, we'll just start with 5 of them. And then Hong Kong Wood. All right, so already I mean, technically the wood is being brought over here. The steel is going to take a while to get over here. So, yeah, I need to bring the steel this up the road. I think, of course, just getting cargo from here up to here is good. With trucks. If I put that over here, is that close enough? That way they won't have to cross the intersection? I do believe that will work, but I need that on that side. Yes, that will capture that. Oh, that's good. That's really good. All right, well, yeah. Transport fever, make another line from here to here. And maybe just call it Toronto Harbor. Toronto Cargo. Not Toronto. What? I forgot how to spell Toronto. That can't be right. Not even close. Oh, man, that's pathetic. Toronto, why can't I see your name here? All right, probably got to do that. It's all O's. I should have known that. All right, let me correct that spelling. Toronto. Yes. Harbor. There we go. So yeah, I'm not going to get steel here because steel needs to be shown that it can go back and forth to here. So I do need to get that truck route up and going. And how many trucks do you think I'm going to buy? Did you say 5? I think you're right. Toronto Cargo Harbor. All right, so in theory, I got the line set up for bringing planks here. I got the line set up for bringing steel here. Goods technically are going to go into Toronto. I think I'm kind of encapsulating some of the town here. So some goods will already be brought down to deliver to here. But we still need the plastiques. Yeah, plastic. And like I said, I already got the route set up for the train. Did I put in a train depot? I think I did not. So again, we got crude oil. That's going to be brought up to here. Crude oil gets made into oil and fuel. The fuel will be brought down to Paris, and that is just used as is. Some fuel will also be brought down to Chicago. The oil will be brought down to here, where it'll be mixed with grain and make plastics. I already got that set up. I got some grain ready to be coming up through here. But let me go ahead and put in a depot. And yeah, let's just go ahead and snap that into here. Let's get rid of that traffic noise. And yes, buy a train. Any guesses which one I'm going to go for? Maybe get the Flying Scotsman. Power is 1655. Speed is 120. I don't think speed's going to matter here because the tracks are not that long. But the power is 1655, 1986. I think I want power to get up the hill that's here. So we're talking 5,011,000. Yeah. What does that have for power? 1450. Maybe I'll get this one just to be different. And it's a lot cheaper, and not that it matters too much. We will get this one just because, if you keep buying the same one all the time, it does get kind of boring. Are these are 240s over here, I do believe. Are these 240s? 240s. Yes, they are 240s. All right, so buy trains, wagons, and probably this right here, crude oil and oil. That's what's going to be hauling. So, yes. And we're going to go with 240s. I'm out of money. Remember all that money I borrowed? Not enough. Let's borrow some more. All right. Back up to 240 here. One too many. All right. So I'm back up to my $90 million loan like I had at the end of the last episode. But yes, this is going to be making us a good amount of money. I need to set up a route here. So yes, we want to come to here and then go up to here and then down to here. And you should go back there. And we will call this... I have no idea. This is Chicago. Chicago Plastics? Yes, I think we'll just name it Chicago Plastics. Chicago Plastics / fuel. All right, Chicago Plastics and Fuel. Let's have a look at the train coming on out here. Details. Why not go orange? I think it needs to be visible because, we're dealing with highly flammable stuff. Look at all them trains coming on out. How's my budget? I have spent $32 million this year. $32 million. Again, the only mod I'm running on the map, really, other than the map itself, which is World Cities 2, that's the name of the map for Transport Fever, is I'm running 4 times slower. So 1 year takes 48 minutes of real-time gameplay to do. What? Wait, what am I getting? Seattle Steel Mill. Tried to ship more items. Okay, so it probably doesn't realize the cargo ship it's on its way. And maybe I should get another ship already up and going. Let's just come on down here and see what's happening here. So it probably doesn't have any way to get rid of them yet. Where is that my passenger or is that my cargo? That's my cargo ship. I say we get 2 more Let's get them. Let's get them rolling. Probably rowing be more correct term. Uh, yeah, let's plunder some more money, shall we? Make sure I'm getting the right one. Steel, slag, 1950 forward. Yeah, buy and buy. And yes, you are going on the Seattle Steel Slag ship. Get them going. Here comes my passenger ship back. I'll worry about the slag when they start delivering up here. Actually, I probably do need to get that going. Because if I don't get that route going, they're not going to start bringing the slag up because they can't see it has anywhere to go. All right. Boy. It's a lot to chew on. It's a lot to chew on to get everything up and going. We can see, yep, some wood is out there. Yep, so I don't think they're quite making it yet, but that's fine. That's all good. Yeah, I did put trucks on this, right? The Toronto, I do got a Toronto cargo harbor. Yes, I got 5 trucks going back and forth. So they can take the slag. The steel's going to go up to here. The slag needs to go on to the train. So I need to make a train stop for here. And I'm going to have to start doubling up this track throughout here as well. Which is not a problem. Alright, I need to pause the game. Let's get rid of all this stuff showing up here. I mean, here's the most ideal part. But I'm worried that it's not close enough where it's going to find... That's not going to be able to find this. Cargo here. This needs to be a 240, but double track. Let's rotate you around. And boy, that angle there is about the best I'm going to be able to do. Let's see if this will... Yes, it's in capture. I haven't captured it. So I'm on the inside track there. So I'm going to need to start doubling up this train here. Let me get this hitch back up before it really has a problem. Don't like it slowing. Well, I mean, it's going to slow down coming on in anyways, right? So that doesn't matter too much. But let's see if I can make a better... I do have to be careful with my money because a $100 million loan is about the best I can do. All right. Back in action. All right. So now I'm going to have a couple cargo trains, but... You can see the cargo that does come out here. So when it leaves this, it's going to split off out over to here. Another thing I need to get going is... Yes, I need to do... Do I already have a route for this? Ooh, I don't know if I do or don't. I'm going to guess no, I don't. So I need to go from here to here. And that's going to be Chicago grain steel. All right, let's back up to here and get ourselves... how many trucks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Chicago Grain Steel, get on that. So now grain will start being brought up to here, and we'll start making some plastics. Where is my train? My train's making its rounds. Still does not recognize that there is a production line going on here, but it should very soon. All right, let's come up here because fuel is the next thing that we're going to need to take care of, which is not going to be too difficult. I just need to put down a truck stop or a pickup point here. Oh, that sticks out kind of far, doesn't it? But luckily we can just pop that right there. And then we're going to go from here and right into town here. And this is Paris fuel. And let's get myself 5 more trucks, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Autosave. Paris fuel. So, I mean, I'm getting a lot of productions up and going, but it's going to take a moment for them to start actually bringing in some money. Hopefully when it turns around here, it'll see the line and it'll start producing some oil. Fingers crossed. Don't. Not yet. All right. As I say, just let it run. Just let it run. All right. So now, I think the only thing I got left to hitch up is getting the plastics over to this building here. And yes, I'm going to need to start running a second line. High speed and... So a lot of one-way tracks here. Because I'm going to have probably another train delivering some food. You can see I got tons of food to be delivered. I probably should need another train delivering food and probably a train, at least to start off with, by coming over here to grab the plastiques. I'll do all the crossovers later on. Let me go ahead and borrow. You know what? Let's just go. Let me just borrow everything I can. That way I know where my limit is. Yep, 100 mil is the most I can borrow. Now, ideally, if you're playing at the base game time speed, every 12 minutes will be a year, and probably all the productions will be going just, speeding up just as fast. Basically, by running the game at 4 times slower, it just lets you stay in the errors a little bit longer in the original Transport Fever. It's too bad that you can't earn money while freezing time, meaning you don't advance in errors. I think you might be able to do that in Transport Fever 2. I'm not too sure. You're not going to let me cross this road, are you? I think we all saw that coming. So this is where this will split off, but I need you to kind of... All right, well, that's not going to work, so we're going to have to do this old trick of doing that and that. Let me pause the game for a second, because I think I may have broken some routes there. I need you to come off a little bit before you actually angle off, because I need these to crisscross. Hopefully I can put this road... All right, well, a couple buildings, it's fine. All right, so yeah, now I need us to hitch up to here. And that should not be a problem. I may have to push this road back, actually, because it's not going to let me do a crossover here, is it? Probably not. Get rid of that. Actually, even on a bend, I'm not sure it's going to let me do this. Or it will. Good, 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 good. All right, no, that's not what I want to do. I mean, it is, but it isn't. How about if we just go as the crow flies? What is that going to charge me? And go to the inside one. 495? Yeah, we can do that. That's all good. Let's get this road. Maybe it will let me connect the road. I don't know. Let's see what it does. The game says no. The game says yes. Bring that back. Do I want to... I don't know if that upgrades the road that much. That road's kind of long. So we'll just go ahead and just pop that in like that. All right, let's get the game back up and running. All right, so now another thing I need to do is... same thing here. They're not going to let me... Yeah, you're not going to... I tried doing it here already, doing a cross pattern, and they would not let me do it before. Because it says construction not possible. It might be too close to the road, possibly. All right, well, I'll figure that out in just a moment. Let's spin this around. Or maybe just cross it here for now. All right, we'll get rid of that. And we'll bring this in here. And just cross it like... Cross it like that. That way the train coming in can pick either one it wants to go into. Alright, so how are we doing here? Alright, we do got crude oil coming out to here, which is good. Does it see this? Line usage is yes. So now we're just getting ready to bring up some material up here. And then, of course... line usage still says no. But my trucks are coming up here, so hopefully... I can't check on this. Well, this is line usage no, which makes no sense because I got cattle coming out here. Chicago grain steel. Maybe after this one does a loop, we'll start seeing grain come out here. All right, so I think other than a train doing the steel route, I need to do the slag next. So the slag will get moved. And I already forgot where I was going with it. Is this the ore? It is the ore. And I think this is the nearest one I need to go with. Yes, that looks like the nearest one to go with. So, capture point here for trucks. And I'm trying to figure out, and I don't think it's going to matter too much. I think the slag... I'm trying to figure out if I want it to come here or to here. But either way, it doesn't matter at this point. Let's just go ahead and get disconnected somehow. I don't like where... I don't want it going through town. So we're just going to... We're going to bring it on down like this. Because I said so. And then we'll slap this in. Right there. Now, eventually, of course, the goods. I'll probably just run the goods to town in Paris, because then those will get shipped to Chicago via truck, which they'll get delivered down to here, and I can eventually just pick them up with a train and ship them anywhere I want. Once this whole thing really gets going, I am going to be swimming in the money, basically. I mean, I'm not doing too bad to begin with, but when you start getting all these production goings at once, I'm spending all the money getting them up and running. It's just going to take a while for this to happen. So, yeah, we need to go ahead and make another route. This is going to just go from here to here. And then I think I will actually have you go up to here. Yes. So this is going to be called... I'm going to call it Paris Bricks because they look like bricks to me. I don't want to name it goods, but Paris Bricks. And I don't know. Does 5 trucks sound good to you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paris Bricks. Okay, but I still, the one thing, okay, so I got everything set up. The only thing I still don't have down is the slag. Now, here's the thing. With those trucks going there, ooh. Yeah, you almost had it, didn't you? I was thinking, I thought I had it all set because I figured I got trucks going from here to Paris. They can carry the slag, but my trucks are going from ore stone, dropping off stone, bringing the goods to Paris. Then they would pick up the slag, which means they would have to go back. So I'm probably going to have to come up with a different truck route just to bring slag up to here. I had a thought, and then my brain farted out on me. I think I'll just have trucks go from here to here, picking up goods. So we'll have the train that picks up the plastics. When it comes back this way, it'll drop off slag here, I hope. This is getting messy. Here to here. And that is Paris slag. That's all I'm going to name it, because yeah, I will know in the future what it is, right? Of course I will. Right now I'm just going to buy 3 vehicles. No, get 5. Because they're going to bring back those bricks to Chicago. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, Paris slag. All right, so I got $11 million. So now I need to get myself another train. But before I get myself another train, boy, this episode's running long. But you know what? The heck with it. If you made it this far, you probably want to see you want to see it get further, don't you? Of course you do. You don't need high-speed tracks to do a crossover. And I'm saying, but why not? What do you mean construction not possible? But you could do it there? All right. And then, of course... And then do that. And that. And I should leave it like that. But of course I am going to need... Same thing for here. Yes, yes. And of course make sure when they're coming in they know. So I got to cross over here because the train's going to come, the cargo train for the plastics needs to go here and then cross back over to here. So that is going to need... I think that's correct. Famous last words. And of course I should put one here because I may have goofed up somehow this crossover. I think the grain is coming in up here. Oh, yeah, we got material. So now I'm probably building up a plastic here, and I don't have a way to get rid of it as of yet. And for now... Why won't that go in there? That should. There we go. I'll come back and butter that up in a little while, but I need to get this one going. So production could be 152, but I don't have nothing coming out here yet. I think when I'm done, or at least when I think I am done, I'm pretty sure I have goofed this up one way, shape, or another. All right, so for the plastics... Hopefully this will work. So when it starts making goods, I want the train to actually come back over to here. This should tie into... Does that actually tie into this truck stop over here? I think it does. So if I can bring goods all the way back to here, this will bring goods to Toronto and Stockholm as well. So the train route I want to do is from here. So after it delivers goods off here, it needs to come... I wonder if it's going to take slag here when it leaves. I hope it doesn't. Or I hope it does. I may need a few trains on this route. Okay, I think I'm going to skip that one for now. So it would come back to here. Drop off goods in Hong Kong. Come to Chicago. Drop off goods in Chicago. It would then move on to here. When it leaves here, it's going to be leaving with plastics. So it doesn't need to stop off there. Doesn't need to stop off there, but it will need to stop back off here. I'm probably screwing this up royally, but this is going to be called... I'm just going to call it the goods train. I probably screwed that up royally. All right, so I got 13 million. Let's buy a train. I did like the other train I was using. Locomotives. But I think I'm going to want some power on this one. What's the top speed? 145. 120. I think we go with this one here. As for wagons, plastics and goods. I hope... Oh, man. It's probably going to pick up some food as well. I think I can tell it what to pick up. I can tell it to pick up a particular thing. I want to do plastic and goods, and the other one's only food. For now, we're just going to go ahead and load this up. And I think these are 240s over here. 1 meter too long. As if they knew. And then we'll set the train to goods train. I do need another train because this one's got 176 out of 176 food. And I still got 276 food on here. But I got a funny feeling that this train here is going to grab some goods or some food here. Let me go in here and change the color because, you know, yellow. Remember, I can't borrow any money. Don't ask me to do anything else because I'm down to $80,000. That's all I have, and I can't borrow some money. If I can stop spending the money, that'd be great. But we should start making some money now. But I think you are going to grab some food, which is fine right now. Oh, you are not. You did not grab any food. That is interesting. Did I buy the right cargo? I thought I did. You are coming in on the left side, which I thought was the wrong side. Yeah, why are you coming in on that side? How did you get over there, sir? Do I not have crossovers here? I do got crossovers here. So how did you end up on... Okay, so I think I need another... Okay, which way are you facing when I place you there? You were there a 2 seconds ago. 1 second. 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 Why is that showing up like right in the middle of the cross? I mean, why would it show up there? So when a train pulls in here, should it not? Maybe it's not connected, and I thought it was. That looks like it's connected to me. Oh, okay. I think I know what I did wrong. You need to be here. And you need to be gone here. Nope, nope, stop it. Here we go. So you should come in here, and now you should cross here. I think. I think. I could have a train problem here to begin with. Hopefully that will straighten itself out. Where's my other crisscross? Up here? So when you come back over to here... you need a... one there. And hopefully you cross over. No, wait, you don't want to cross over there. I know I screwed this up, and I'm going to find out a way to fix it. Eventually, I'll find a way to fix it. Interesting that you stopped there. Because that train was not anywhere on your track. Alright, so right now, yep, hopefully it will see that we can take plastics out of here, and that will start working. How are we doing up here for fuel? If I just click on Paris, aka Paris, are you guys getting fuel? Yes, they are getting fuel. That should slowly go up. This here, line usage, yes. So you know you can get slag up here already? Wait, I'm making bricks already? I thought I needed stone and... Oh, is it stone or slag? Oh. I thought I needed both materials, but maybe just needed one. Alright, so how are we doing here? Line usage, yes. Oh, I could either... Oh, I did not need steel at all. It was either wood and plastics or wood and steel. I did not see, because, you know, I haven't played this game in 9 years, and I kind of forgot, and I totally misread that. But you know what? Now we got it all coming here. We have it all coming here. Let me zip on down here. I mean, having a cargo ship go down here anyways is not that bad. Oh, yes, we do got steel down here. Lovely. Steel is showing up. But I'm not sure about... We'll have to see if the slag shows up eventually. And how am I doing on slag? Am I backing up on slag? Maybe not. Yeah, so I don't think... I think if I just didn't have an area for slag to go, I could have just made pure steel beams. Chicago Chemical Plant. Is this the chemical plant? That's... Wait, Chicago Chemical Plant. Wait, what? 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 Which one's the... Oh, is this the Chicago chemical plant? Yes, it is. We're going to take care of you in just a minute. As soon as the train does a full circle, you should know that plastiques are going back over to here. So that should be, we should get rid of that in no time flat, right? So they say. Details. I got wood. I don't have steel yet, but that's fine. Eventually I will. Eventually I will. So the wood, yes, we know we're making that. We're doing pretty good. 5 wood to Hong Kong. I may need some more trucks on that route. But until the steel gets up here and the plastic gets over here, I don't need to be bombarding this with wood as of yet. Yeah, look at all this food sitting out here. Lots and lots of food. So are you coming back on the correct side? You are on the right side. Where's the other train? This is our plastics train. And you're coming back with food. So, I mean, the train's going back and forth. You drive on the right. So hopefully that's what is going to happen moving forward. You're probably not bringing nothing back with you, and you're not currently. Yeah, so you can set, I think you can set what they're hauling, right? Finances, overview. All right, now that it's stopped there, it knows, hopefully the production line knows that plastics will be brought here. All right, so when you come into here, hopefully now you will shift over to this track. Although you could go into this one, but I don't know why I can't get you. Even if it were to come into this one here, it should be able to leave. Or unless... Terminals. Goods train. How about you use Terminal 2? No, goods train. Wait, and then Toronto can use Terminal 1. I'm kind of curious. Wait, is this stopping in Hong Kong or Chicago? It is now taking food. So for right now, that's fine. It'll bring me in some money. But eventually, hopefully I'll have goods and slag out of here, and it won't be taking as much food. I may have multiple trains coming in on here. So I got to go around and double check on what terminals they're all using. But for now, if you want to take food, that's fine with me. And yeah, we start bringing in the cash. Cargo ship. Is this a cargo ship? That's my passenger ship. Again, with the passenger ship, if you do have any suggestions on that, that would be great. Do you have anything on you? You got 32 steel on you. All right. That's good news. So again, with the the passenger, I do got a bus stop here. When I click on the bus stop, you can see it does highlight the port, but I'm just not getting one going on the passenger boats. And I did show you earlier up in Toronto, the same thing. I got a bus stop right on down there. Are we getting slag down here, or is it going to be all steel? I guess it doesn't matter if I get steel down here or not. Are you leaving? You are leaving with 35 steel as well. Well, I guess all I can do at this point is just let it run, see what happens. Details, slag. I may have to start buying some more trucks to start transporting everything around. How are we doing on the coal? Because that was kind of like the first thing we did. Are we getting a lot of coal out here? 8 coal. So I mean, that production probably is going to take a while to get going because the cargo ships are just finally getting down here taking the steel, so they're not seeing the demand yet. But I'll have to see how this goes. I may need some more cargo ships getting the steel out of here. But I have maxed out my loan at 100 mil. I can't borrow any more. But we can see we're back up to almost 5 mil. So, you know, I can start paying back some of the loan. But now that I'm delivering more food, and oh yeah, we do got, okay, the plastics are out here. So the plastics will be brought over from the cargo train. Oh yeah, are you both on the correct side of the track? All right, you're leaving and you're going on the wrong side of the track again. Why is that? Oh, you know why? Because I probably don't have a way for you. Ooh, wait a minute. All right, so yes, you need to be on Terminal 2. That will correct itself. So I had it going to Terminal 1, and since I have no crossovers, that's why. So hopefully you're coming in on Terminal 2 through here. And let me guess, I probably got to put it on Terminal 2 over here as well. So now they should just go through here. So when they go through here, they're going to cross over again. So I may need switchovers everywhere. Well, that was something I'll probably have to see how it goes, and I'll dabble it in between episodes. But yeah, this episode has gone on long enough and made it this far. Congratulations. But we kind of got the good services up and going, it looks like. And yeah, let me go ahead and at least pay off some of this money. That way I feel like I do got a little bit of a back pocket money if needed. But yeah, that was a lot of work. And hopefully, wait, are we getting fuel down here? We should be getting fuel down here. Yes, we are. We are getting fuel down here to Chicago. And the good thing is, by getting the jobs, some fuel, and eventually some bricks, the population hopefully will start to go up at some point, which means more passengers to take the bus. I think I got a bus going back and forth. I don't know. I can't remember. Wait, there's a bus stop here. Yes, I think they can go to Paris and or Hong Kong out of Chicago. So yeah, I'm probably going to let this run for a while, see how it goes, pay back a lot of loan, and when we come back here, man, hopefully I got the trains and all that kind of thing figured out, and we can see what else we can expand on. But anyways, yeah, if you're still here and you made it this far, congratulations. If you want to help me out a little bit more, hitting that thumbs up button will do more than you know. Thumbs down button, you can hit that as you feel like to as well, but leave me a comment as to why so I can make the videos better for you next time. Yeah, and if you're new here and you like kind of what you saw, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe or notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. As I was waiting for a train to come on through, but it's taking a moment. Yeah, so if you're new here, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe or notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Transport Fever. But until then, have a good one.